everybody, and welcome to this Xbox Life episode 435, The Drought of 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Mark, aka Wingman 709, and with me tonight is my bestest buddy, Rob.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So we have a drought, huh? Time to get the sprinkler out.
We need a serious, we need some serious sprinkling of some gaming news and
Yeah,
gaming goodness, but we're not going to get that sprinkler until about another 4 weeks away from any showers coming our way.
yeah,
So great, here we go. If you're wondering, sorry we weren't around last week. We're blaming Brun on everything. So anything that happens
sure.
tonight is Brun's fault as well. Slacker's moving, and he just feels, he's pulling a Rob. Oh, I got to move, guys. I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. Like,
Hey, I moved across like 3 months and I was here.
yeah, you did pretty good. See, I had an excuse when I moved. I moved like across what 5 states. I mean, you move
Yeah.
down the street. Brun's moving like what,
Oh, down
couple
the street,
miles
right.
away.
I wish it was down the street.
It was not that far away.
It was like 30 miles.
But
Well, I
it's in
guess
Chicago. That's like
that's
down the
relative.
street.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's Chicago, which means it takes 2 hours to get here.
right.
Yeah.
But we're back. Hopefully, you guys are able to hear us, and and hopefully everything will go okay. I'm trying to look right now to make sure the show is even running in Twitch. I think it is. So I see an ad on Twitch right now, so I guess that means something. Hey,
Something's going on.
there we are. Well, I know Brun has us like hosting somebody else all the time, so it did automatically kick over to us. So that's good news. All right, so let's get into it. It's been a while. I feel like I'm not completely don't know what to do here. You'd think after 435 shows we'd have it down, but miss one week and it's like, which way do we go,
No,
George?
it's like starting over every time.
I know. So you can listen to us live every Sunday night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 Pacific Time. And we're going to start out as normal. Rob, what have you been playing over the last 2 weeks?
So I got Sniper Elite 4. It was part of that sale. And I spent a little bit of time with it. I was actually kind of surprised at how much of a time sink it is, at least playing it how I want to play it, I guess is a better way to put it. And yeah, there's a lot of like camping out, sitting and waiting. Is that how you were playing, or were you just like full bore?
Oh no, it's a sniper game.
Yeah,
It's
I don't remember because I really didn't play Sniper Elite 3 very much. There was something weird about like the video and the motion on it that I didn't like.
oh yeah,
But Sniper Elite 2 was awesome.
yes.
And I don't remember Sniper Elite 2 being like this.
Yeah, I think Sniper Elite 2, from my recollection, had a lot more close encounter type of stuff, which I thought was weird because it was a sniper game. And I do remember there's a lot more times where you seem to get into places and
Hmm.
wasn't all wide open. This one feels to me more like a true what a sniper would be doing, even though there's times you do got to get in and get down and dirty with people. But um, yeah, this one, three was there was something with that one too I didn't really like, even though I played it a lot. I remember not really enjoying that one, but I really loved the fourth one as well, just like I love
Yeah.
the second one. But I think this
Hmm.
one is probably better than the second one just because of the open environments. But
Sure.
yeah, the missions take you like, I mean, if you do one mission in like an hour, it's I think you went through it pretty quick.
No, yeah.
you
I
know?
mean, I like that. Well, it's not, I guess it's the first one after like the training section. Like just sitting there, it's like you're camped out and you're just watching and watching and tagging and but it's pretty cool because like for years and years I always liked those like sniper watching games. To me, it's almost like a puzzle. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're sitting there and you're watching and you're like analyzing from the standpoint of who do you have to take care of first.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like a puzzle. There was a game years ago called Commandos. Do you remember that one? It was on PC, man, probably like 15 years ago or more.
I don't know if I might think I might be thinking of a different game, but was it a sniper type of game?
No, it was like you're infiltrating like a Nazi base. And so you see the soldiers like walking back and forth. And I want to say that you could see like their cone of vision, like their field of vision.
Like a Metal Gear, right?
It was more like top down. So it wasn't really first person or anything, or even third person. It was like a top down view
Right. Okay.
of the area. So what you're really trying to do is like you're trying to figure out, just like in Splinter Cell and some of these games where you have to go through and just sort of like, okay, well, if I get rid of this guy, then nobody's going to see him when he disappears. And you kind of work your way through. And it was always very satisfying to sort of like clear the entire map of guys. And I mean, this sort of gives me that sense as well,
Right.
where it's like you're looking and it's like, well, if I have to, okay, it's like I see all these guys over here. I have to take care of them first before I can move on. And it's a good game. Definitely enjoying it.
Yeah. What I really like too is use your what's it called? Like there's silenced, which I think is kind of funny. They call it silenced ammo, but if you use that, then you can take some dudes out and not alert everybody else. So
Yeah.
that's very helpful. So fun game though. I know they got some DLC, and I was like, I need to go buy it. I need to go out and get that and go in and play some of that because man, I love that game. I played a lot of the Target Führer that came with pre-ordering the game. I played that a
Okay.
lot, trying to
Oh wow.
kill Hitler in different ways.
Hmm.
Shooting him between the legs,
Yeah.
trying to get a very specific type of shot. That one took a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I attempted that one several times, but there's a lot of like environmental things that achievements that you can get for killing them with a lot of different types of environmental things in the sub base,
Sure.
and it's a lot of fun, man. I love that game. I might have to go get that DLC tonight and play some tonight now that you talk about it.
Hmm.
So
And then this week we also had Forza Horizon 3's new expansion come out, the Hot Wheels one.
yes, you played it.
So no.
Oh.
So I'm looking at this thing. It looks awesome. I want to play it. I don't want to spend $20 on it.
Really?
Worse yet, I don't want to spend $35 for the expansion pass. I don't know why, but that seems like a lot for some reason. I know I'm probably nitpicking.
You're nitpicking.
Yeah, but it's like I want that expansion pass to go on sale.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I haven't bought it yet either. I didn't. I think I've. I mean, I like Forza Horizon 3, but I think this game I didn't put as much time into 3 as previous, just because I feel like it's a lot more of the same. I'm just getting kind of burned out on it. It's just not as fun because it's the same thing. And I don't know how do you really change up a car driving game. Um, it's just like I get kind of bored with the races, and it's drive here, race, then drive at the other end of the map and do a race, and drive back
Yeah,
across the map and race. And
and they mixed it up a little bit this time around by having the festivals. So they had the festivals, like you gathered fans and you opened up new festivals. That was sort of like a non-event for me. It just you knew it was happening in the background, but
right,
it didn't change the gameplay at all.
yeah. So I didn't get Blizzard Mountain, but and I really
Yeah.
wasn't planning on getting it. And then I saw that Hot Wheels thing, and I'm like, dude, that just looks cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
but I don't know. I'm like again, I'm with you. It's like okay, it's $20 for that, and then I'm like, well, I could just spring for 35 and get the other one, and maybe I would enjoy that and play that because I haven't played the game for a while, and really, it's kind of a drought time, as our title says. But um, I'm about ready to go back and start. I need to get back into Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that what it's called? I
Yeah,
forgot. It's been so long. So I
yeah.
want to
Horizon
play that
Zero.
game, and then I bought The Last of Us and the Uncharted collection on my PS4 Pro. So I want to go and play those because I do want to play Uncharted 4 as well. So I mainly want to play Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn during this kind of drought of we're really there's just nothing coming out. I even looked on the Xbox store the other day and I'm like, is there anything on this list of what's coming soon? Which it's anything they've announced with a release date. Is like, is there anything there that I'm even interested in? There's nothing, not a single game listed yet. But I'm sure it'll get real. It'll probably populate a lot after E3. We'll get a bunch of stuff in there. But so yeah, I want to take the time to go put some time on the PlayStation and play those games I want. But
Hmm.
so I kind of like, yeah, maybe if I buy this season pass for Forza Horizon, then it's like, yeah, it's gonna keep me from getting on the PlayStation for a while. So I don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I think I'll play it once, and I'm like, oh yeah, the orange tracks and all that's kind of cool. But I think after doing a couple loops, I'll probably be like, okay, it's still Forza, which is a great game. I mean, don't get me
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
It's just, yeah, I'm just kind of bored with it. So, I was accused of being a grumpy old man too, by the way,
Well,
because it's everybody says it
yeah.
seems like I don't like anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you've always been like that. This is nothing new.
Yeah, you've known me for a
Too many
long
years.
time. Let's see.
Yeah.
So what?
So,
30
so,
years?
folks,
It's been about 30
Mark
years, I think.
was a grumpy young man, grumpy middle-aged man, and he's now a grumpy old man.
Hey, yeah, do you realize that? We've known each other for 30 years. This year is 30
Well, I'm not
years.
even 30 years old. How can that be?
Whatever.
No,
Wow.
has it been that long?
It's
Yeah,
our
it's.
anniversary this year.
Uh,
Yeah, it's 30 years. So
and I still put up with you.
I know. That's amazing. See, I'm such a nice person.
You keep paying your dues. That's what's good.
That's what it is. So,
Friendship dues.
yeah. So, anything else that you played?
Um, I want to say there was some other stuff, but I don't remember what it was. I tend to like tinker a lot on the Xbox, just sort of like dabbling. I go in and I do my updates. I check the insiders hub or whatever it's called, the preview thing. I score my points in there. I do my tasks in there, and then I dabble in games, and then don't really play too much of anything lately. But yeah, that's about it. And
Oh,
Clash Royale, of course.
of course. Well, I have been playing. So I hit the road last week. So I was gone last week, and I took my Xbox with me. And
Oh, nice.
I'm like, all right, I am going to spend this week, and I'm going to finish Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm like, if I'm sitting
Oh,
in a
wow.
hotel, I'm bored, I'm gonna just force myself to finish this game. I completed the game the first night. I didn't
Oh,
realize I
wow.
was that close to being done with the main story. And then I didn't turn the Xbox on the rest of the week because I'm like, there's
Whoa.
just that's how bored I am right now. I'm in that it's that drought. It's that there's just nothing to play. I've got stuff too that like I thought of getting the Forza pack and the Sniper Elite, but I was like on hotel wireless. I'm like,
Hmm.
now this will take 18 years to download, so I didn't even
Oh, yeah.
bother. I'm like, there's no way I'll get it. I'll have to wait till I get home. Um, but yeah, I ended up just watching a lot of HBO and TV in the hotel because lack of anything to do. I went and saw a couple movies. I did. I will take a side note here. I did go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I thought the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I thought the movie sucked, man.
Ah, grumpy old man.
And that was what I got called out for. But I'm sorry. I really liked the first one, and I loved Baby Groot. Baby Groot is
Yeah, he's
awesome,
cute.
but it's like I could have just seen a movie with just him. The
I am
rest,
Groot.
the rest of the movie was like,
I am Groot.
yeah, exactly. It was.
I love that beginning part
What
where
were
they're
you?
all fighting,
Oh
like in
yeah,
the
that was good.
intro credit. They're all like fighting, and he's like jamming
He's just dancing.
Oblivious.
But I just found it to be not. I just felt it wasn't as good. I was really bored. I actually fell asleep twice, um, and I
Oh
don't know.
Lord.
It was just lacking for me. I just didn't think the story. I did not like the storyline at all. I just really didn't, and I thought it was kind of hokey. They had it was like this whole family thing on multiple levels
Mm,
with the girl and with the guy and his dad and the the other girl and her sister, and I'm just like, come on, it was just and it was just kind of ridiculous. I just thought it was really ridiculous. But the next day I went, I saw Fate and the Furious,
okay.
which is Fast and the Furious 8, and that was awesome. It was so
Oh yeah, I
good.
remember when we saw the first one.
Yes, it's fun. I mean, I
Yeah,
love that series.
it's
In
good. It's good.
It is 8 movies, and they've all really been, for the most part, have been really good. I think Tokyo Drift is probably the weakest one in the series
Yeah,
for
they
me.
started getting a little hokey a little bit, but then they pulled back and
Well, they're still real hokey. I mean,
well,
it's
I mean,
it's
okay,
the stunts and
extra
the stuff they
hokey.
do is ridiculous, but they're funny, they're action packed. It's an enjoyable, it's a good enjoyable popcorn flick. And Garden Guardians has got a lot of action in it. It was just missing. It was just something wasn't as good as the first one I thought, but
Hmm.
um, so I already told my kids, no, we're not going to go see that. I'm not dumping a bunch of money in to take them, and I'm not going to go see it again. The Guardians. So I'm like, you have to wait till it comes out on a rental. They're all like, oh man. So,
Ooh.
anyways, so I didn't get anything done gaming. Otherwise, I did finish Mass Effect Andromeda, and I have no desire to go and play the side missions or anything else. I don't care if they bring DLC out for that game. I'm done with it. It's officially done. I am now gonna go and play Horizon and spend some time on a PlayStation for a while, probably for the next month or two until something good comes out on the Xbox. So, but I'm not abandoning everybody. I'm not abandoning the Xbox. Just gonna go spend some time on that very expensive black box sitting there that has only been turned on like once. So,
Yeah,
gonna finally get some time on that
the
Horizon.
paperweight.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see what's next on the agenda. So, you can support the show by becoming a Patreon, a patron over at
Patron.
patron by going to Patreon. If you go to thisxboxlife.com/Patreon, you can become a subscriber, which is you basically go in and say, I want to donate money every month to these guys for the show. You set up what level you want to do. It can be any amount that you want to donate to the show, and that's on a recurring basis. You can also send us a one-time donation at thisxboxlife.com/donate. That's again anything you wish to donate. That's a one-time deal that way. Again, we really appreciate all those that are Patreons and donators. We really do appreciate that. And I think we're past due too for a giveaway. We need to do that next week for sure.
Okay.
When Brun's back, we need to give another. I think we were going to give another $60 gift card away. So we will get that when Brun gets back next week. We'll give something away there. What is next? So roundtable. So and guys, this is lacking. There's not going to be a whole lot here. We're going to try to share some stuff that's been out over the last couple of weeks. But again, there's not a lot of news. Everybody's kind of trying to hold tight and keep things under wraps because E3 they want all their big announcements. So the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty light. But looks like Rob's found some stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna turn it over to you, Rob.
All right. Okay, got a
What was
couple of
that?
things.
Height?
Yeah.
Did you say
Got
I? What is that? Come on,
that's
man.
right. I did say that. Yeah. Got a couple of things just to I guess these are all quick hits here. And uh some of these stories were from last week, so I'm a little rusty on these. Uh Phil Spencer was asked about the scheduling of Scorpio because, hey, Scorpio is a big deal. It's complicated. A lot can go wrong, right? With something like an entire console. And, there's the definite possibility of production delays and stuff because, I mean, if these things are coming out this holiday season, they got to go into production pretty soon, don't you think? For
Yeah.
them to make like millions of these things.
Yes.
I don't know if that's how many they're actually going to make, but Phil Spencer reassured fans that the console schedule, and this is in quotes here, looks very good. He said the schedule looks very good right now, no issues.
Nice.
So at least that's kind of reassuring for those of us that want to get these systems. And we'll probably be seeing them in less than 6 months now, almost, right?
I'm
Oh,
expecting it to be November, so
yeah,
yeah, that's 6 months away.
yeah.
I'm imagining that we're going to be able to pre-order on E3 day, or that Sunday. They're coming out, yeah, Sunday the forgot what day it was. Pull up my calendar here because they're doing their press conference on Sunday the 11th, I think. Is or was it the 18th? I can't remember when E3 was. I'll have to look that up. But they're coming out on that Sunday to do their thing at like 2 o'clock Pacific time, which is what 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I would imagine within that 90-minute time, that as soon as that show's over, we'll probably be able to pre-order Scorpio. I would imagine we're getting a launch date,
Hmm.
and I will be putting in my pre-order that day. I'm
Yeah.
already planning on it. I don't care what it costs. I'm getting one.
What's your hurry?
What's my hurt? Oh, it's June 15th through the 17th, which is so that was right. Oops, I'm back on May. So the 11th is June 15th through the 17th. That's weird. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong year. That's 2010. Stupid Google.
The,
Like that can't be right. Where's the date? I'm on the E3 page. They don't want to tell you. It's a big secret. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter, but we'll figure it out. But it's that Sunday of E3 that I would imagine those pre-orders are going to go live that day. So
oh yeah,
I'm gonna
probably.
I'm gonna have Amazon queued up and ready to go as soon as I see it. So I've already. You can go out there if you're interested too. You can go out and go to Amazon, and if you do look up Xbox Scorpio, it does pull up a page, and it says they'll email you when info is available. So
That's
I've
cool.
done that. So you can definitely, if you plan to buy it from Amazon through
Make sure to
maybe
use our affiliate link.
exactly maybe through a nice affiliate link that you have your favorite podcast. um, yeah, you can go out there and just say, "Hey, alert me when it's ready." So, but anyways,
Okay,
are you gonna get one, Rob? Do you know? Are you gonna?
I think so. Well, I definitely am interested in it. Right now, I don't have a 4K TV, so
You don't need one.
yeah. But
Oh, you know what? Let me say this. Let me say this. So I took my Xbox. So I've got my S on my 4K TV, right? And I've
yes,
been playing Mass Effect on it. And so when I took it to the hotel, I had. I'm obviously it wasn't a 4K TV that the hotel had,
right.
but it's still an HD TV. Wow, what a difference! I was like, it was just like soon as the game launched, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? This doesn't look right. I'm like, this looks really odd. I'm like, why does this look so strange? And then it clicked. Oh, the TV's not HDR 4K.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so this is what this game really looks like? Ew, this is terrible. So it was kind of funny to me because you don't really think about it. How often do you ever go back on something like that? And I did because I was traveling, and yeah, it was quite different. It really looked very different, and not very good. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Probably looked all muted and
It just
the
looked,
colors didn't pop.
yeah, it looked just like, yeah, kind of dull and not. I don't know. It was hard for me to. I really couldn't explain. I don't know. It was weird. It was noticeable. I'm just like, what's wrong? This doesn't look right. And then realized, oh yeah, duh. I don't have the
Yeah.
fancy TV in the hotel. So so that it's like I didn't really necessarily notice it going from my HD TV to the new HDR 4K, which you'd think you would, but it was kind of like, hey, the game, yeah, it looks good. I really didn't notice it, but then you get used to that, and then you go back, and then it was like, whoa, okay. It was an immediate notice.
Wow.
Oh,
That's interesting.
but okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Next up, there's a bunch of titles that came into the backwards compatibility program over the last 2 weeks. And we have Band of Bugs, Harm's Way, Hardcore Uprising, Bullet Soul Infinite Burst, Bullet Soul, and Geometry Wars 3 and Geometry Wars Evolved. Looks like those are the ones that were added over the last 2 weeks. And yeah, that's it for that. I'm going to jump ahead here in our list. When was it? Oh, there's a sale coming up on backwards compatibility titles this week. Did you hear about this, Mark?
No, I've been out of the loop
Yeah.
the whole week.
Yeah. So there's going to be, I think, like 200 or so titles or 250 titles. Let me open this bad boy up over here.
Mute that tab.
Yes.
I saw you put your warning in the notes. I was like, hey, that's handy.
Yes.
And that mute tab thing works great in Chrome. I like that.
Oh, up on top there.
Yes, I'm so glad you pointed that out to me. I never knew that existed.
Yeah, Firefox does the same thing now. And well, what we're talking about is, how those gaming sites have the extremely annoying ads that start playing right away. You occasionally hear them on our show as we're going through stuff. Well, uh, for the browser pages that are playing audio, there's usually a little speaker icon in Firefox, and I think Chrome does the same thing, doesn't it? It's like a
Or
speaker icon up on the tab top, like a little folder looking thing, So you can just click
I
that and
think
mute
it
it.
does. Yeah, I think. Well, you can right click the tab and just say mute tab.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah, that's a
yeah, so right now
control.
I don't see anything with a speaker up there. You just
Yeah,
right click and say mute tab, and it
yeah,
works. So it's
it's a
beautiful.
beautiful thing. Yeah, so Microsoft announced that backwards compatibility super sale is kicking off on Tuesday, May 16th. It's going to have more than 275 backwards compatible Xbox 360 games
Wow.
that are going to be discounted, and the prices will be discounted up to 75%. Now, a lot of these games are super cheap to begin with, so if they crank these down like another 75% off, there's probably going to be some good games to be had. Although at this point, I know when I look through these sales, I don't remember half the games because it's been so long.
Right.
You remember the big titles, but some of the more obscure stuff, you just don't remember as much. And this might be a good time to pick up some titles that, let's say, that you really enjoy and you have them on like a retail disc on the Xbox 360, so you can convert it to digital. That's what these sales are really good for.
Yeah.
And
Like, hey, did you see if Red Dead Redemption is in there?
it's supposed to be possibly.
So maybe you
Um,
can get it for super cheap.
yeah, but this is another thing where I mean, this game is what, $30, I think normally still, and every time it's on sale, it's like 20 some dollars. I want it for some reason. I wanted this game for like $5 or $10.
I'm telling you, they had it once when they first put it on digital. It was like
Yeah,
$7.
I know you keep telling me that, and every time I see it, it's at least 20.
Well, take a look then. Make sure to check that. Is that this
Yeah,
week?
yes, it starts on Tuesday.
All right.
So definitely check that out. We don't know yet when the sale is going to end, but as most of these things go, it's usually from Tuesday to Monday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday to Monday.
I think on the dashboard too, it'll tell you when the sale ends.
Yes, it
So
tells you how many more days when
yeah,
you're
which I
looking at
think
the
is really kind of
titles.
cool.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on, the Scorpio dev kits have kind of a cool feature. I don't know if you saw this, Mark.
I
They had
did.
some images posted last week of the Scorpio development kit that has some kind of little display on the front of it that shows a whole bunch of like system statistics and a frame rate counter. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of speculation going on as if this might actually come to the retail boxes or maybe even the regular Xbox.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it's it is a cool thing. I know PC gamers love to see this kind of stuff. But the thing that I was kind of wondering about was how useful is this in a console?
It's
Because you,
only
you
useful
can't
for
tweak it.
devs,
Yeah,
right?
because you can't tweak it. You can't do anything. You can't change drivers
Right.
to try to eke out more performance. You can't switch your video card. You're kind of locked into whatever the system is.
Yeah, I would not expect this. I think this is only for devs, and it makes it easy for them to see. They can put it in, and boom, it right on the front. They're seeing what the performance is. They don't have to use additional tools, and but there is no need for the consumer version
Yeah.
to have this in there. I really
Yes.
wouldn't want that. To me, it would take away, and really, consoles are meant for the living room where you're sitting far enough away that you'd be like, well, what's that say? Do I really don't need numbers down on the screen? And I really
Yeah.
don't care. I'm gonna know it looks awesome. I don't care. I don't have it now. I don't care.
And a lot of people have their consoles in the entertainment center
Right.
underneath their TV or whatnot. Would you even be able to see it?
Yeah, it depends on how it's set up and
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Okay. Moving on, there is a company called Bionic. Bionic, I think, Bionik. I guess you would say that is Bionic.
yeah, I would.
They have a little, I'll call it a customization for Xbox controllers that can put you in the direction of an Elite controller or um, I guess how Scuff has their controllers, or they've had
Hmm.
their controllers for years.
Right.
So one of the cool things about the Elite controllers is you've got,
Show
I'm
it
holding
off.
mine up for the camera here. You got these little doodads here underneath that can control how far the button or the triggers get depressed. So you can pull this little guy down and then it only goes down halfway. So you don't have that huge amount of travel. And this is one of the features that a lot of first person shooters folks love just because, hey, if you're depressing that trigger the entire way, I mean, that could cost you a game, right? If you take it all serious, like,
Yeah, yeah.
that fraction of a second that you
Oh,
lose as it goes all the way down and it comes all the way back up
so
could
maybe
make a
that
difference.
explains why I'm always getting killed in multiplayer games because everyone
That
else
I
has an
think
elite controller.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's got to be the reason. It's not that I suck.
Yeah. So
Isn't
you
that a
know,
way of? Isn't that a form of cheating? I mean, Wouldn't doesn't that kind of not level the play? It kind of takes out the level playing field out of it and
Sure.
gives other players an advantage.
Yeah. And
Just
if you want that advantage and you don't want to buy an Elite controller or a Scuff controller, what you can do is grab this new product that's called a Quick Shot by Bionic, where you can basically transform any regular Xbox One controller. I guess this is just any regular Microsoft branded Xbox One controller, so that it has customized grips and also has the dual setting trigger locks for your first person shooter goodness, I guess. The most impressive thing about this is that this quick shot thing is only $20.
really,
Yeah.
that's a
And
little,
apparently, and
lot
apparently,
cheaper than than
oh
an
yeah, yeah.
elite.
So, if you've got a controller that you've had, for the last couple of years, you can get this thing and just slap it on there and and make your controller almost new. So apparently, people that have been testing thing out actually said it's pretty decent. So yeah, $20, $20 of goodness for the Bionic Quick Shot. And I guess it's retail price too. I'd wonder if it would be even discounted, like on sale, maybe $14, $15, like on Amazon or something.
I'm looking up Amazon right now. It's 19.99 on Amazon.
Even still, that's a pretty good price.
So yeah, it's better than 150.
Yeah. So basically, they're saying the Quick Shot is built from really good quality materials, and it has a texturized rubber grip. Quality is on par with the Elite controller, despite the difference in price. So that's pretty cool.
I posted the link into our Twitch chat for the our
Okay.
Twitch viewers. They can go check out that story. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So a little controller hack, I guess, is one way to put it. Then there's an interesting development with Alan Wake this past week, where apparently there's a licensing issue that they're having with a music or the music in the game, and that's forcing Alan Wake to be pulled from Steam and Xbox this month.
That seems so weird.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to no longer be available from May 15th. So I guess you just have a couple more hours
Yeah,
as of this recording to
grab it
grab the
right
game.
now.
Yeah, if you haven't already. And the American Nightmares DLC is not going to be affected from what they're saying. And basically, to recap, some of the music used in Alan Wake is no longer under license by Remedy, which basically means that they can no longer sell it anymore.
That is kind of dumb, if you ask me.
Yeah. The people that already have the game, they can continue playing it, and achievements are going to remain. So, yeah. I know it was free a couple of months ago, wasn't it? I think it was on backwards compatibility.
I think the American Nightmare was free. I don't know if
Oh,
the
no. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of, wasn't it? Didn't you get it when you purchased Quantum Break?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's what I'm thinking of then.
yeah, but the American Nightmare was free. I think that was a Games of Gold 1 month.
Okay. Yeah, so hopefully you grabbed it. And if you haven't, if you're in the chat now, grab it.
Hey, I just posted the
Get it
story in our
now.
group too.
Yeah.
Right now. So
Time's running out, folks. And next up, this is kind of interesting. Apparently there was some kind of document that was an internal Microsoft document that the folks over at Windows Central managed to get their little grubby hands on. And it basically lists off the statistics of players of Xbox, Xbox Live, and such. So, Mark, are you ready to see if you fall into the oh, what's the word I'm looking for here?
The norm,
Yeah, the norm, or are you outside the norm?
medium. Okay.
Are you normal or are you not normal?
I'm above normal.
Yeah, I'm excessively abnormal. No, okay, so the here's a couple of the things that we've got. I'm having some trouble zooming, apparently for some reason. So, of Xbox One owners, I like how Chrome is like so slow in zooming.
It
I
is you.
zoomed
I'm
in. It
already.
took about 10 minutes. I mean, 10 seconds to zoom
That
in
must
a
be
couple
you.
of
I just
those.
zoomed in right away and it worked.
Yeah, maybe it's time to rebuild my machine. So, looking at gender, 58% are male, 42% are female. So that's actually a pretty good ratio of those. The majority of Xbox One gamers fall in between 25 to 34 years old. That's at 28%. So we are above the norm
Yeah, we are.
right there. The
Yup.
next is 35 to 40 at 23%. And I think we fall into the 15% range of 45 to 54-year-old. And 6% of the gamers are actually above 55 years old. I mean, that's impressive.
What I find interesting, there's no one below the age of 12.
Not supposed to be.
I know they
You're
can't.
supposed to have a 3DS.
Yeah, they can't pull that info anyways.
Yeah.
But I guess we could say we don't have any 12-year-old gamers
Yeah.
on here. Everybody. So now that means we have to, instead of complaining about the 12-year-old gamers, we have to complain about the 13-year-olds.
Exactly. And the average age is 33 years old. So
but
that's
it
kind of neat.
but interesting enough, 13 to 17 is at 10%.
Yeah.
It's really low. I think those are all that's, and you know what? That would explain. That's where all the Sony fanboys are.
Yeah.
Those are all the ones that are making all the noise and saying, "Oh, Xbox sucks," because all the
Hmm.
adults don't care. They're busy playing or
Exactly.
working.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Then household living arrangement. So 23% live at home with their parents, 45%,
23%.
yeah, 45% live with their spouse. So almost the half of
Community
the gamers
are
are
married.
married. That's interesting. And then household income, the biggest ranges are um, from actually at
50 to 100.
21% from 50 to 75,000 household income, and 21% again from 75 to 99,000. So I guess most Xbox gamers are above the median. Isn't like the median like 35 or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's average income or something like that.
Yeah. And then the median household income of Xbox One owners is around 75,000.
So you got, so above, from 50,000 above, you've got 20, 40, 56, 56, 64, 70%. Oh, 64% are above 50,000. 6% prefer not to answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's quite a 64% of people have an income of greater than 50,000. That's
Hmm.
so.
And then Windows or MS Power User did a little investigation into some of these, and they say the majority of Xbox One owners make well over the average income in the US. And many gamers utilize social features like chat, and that's over half of the owners use chat. And basically, these prove that gaming is still a very social pastime, and Microsoft's focus to provide more features in this regard is right on.
Hmm.
So yeah, they keep they keep pushing some of that socialization, the groups and all. I mean, I could see why it's right on the money then, right?
Yep.
It says
Interesting.
Xbox One owners and console gamers in general have high incomes, points to a problem as well, the problem of pricing. The average mobile game is only a few dollars, but the average console game is around 20. Even if the game is a port of a mobile title, it still ends up costing a lot more on Xbox One. I wonder if they look at the median income and they can say, well, you can give us more.
We can pay more because we have it.
Yeah.
That's not the message you want to send out.
No, 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 but that was kind of interesting. It's interesting to see that the majority of Xbox gamers are what, in their 30s, they're married, they live with their spouse, decent household income. So you
and
can see that gaming's not just for kids, or rather it's for big kids.
and it's not. It is. Yeah, it's for older kids. It's for older rich kids. Is what
Yeah,
this says. And I'm surprised 42% are female. That's.
yeah,
I mean, I know there's female gamers out there, but it's interesting to see that many, that high of a number. So cool,
yeah.
awesome. I know we got a
Okay.
couple in our community, so
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Then every once in a while, gaming companies tend to have a little bit of a leak of what projects are coming down the pipe as they have job listings on the hiring sites and such. And then I guess people troll that stuff and they find news. Well, the exact same thing happens again. Microsoft had a job listing for a senior design manager for a position on Microsoft's Xbox mixed reality team. They're looking to build a massively social gaming and entertainment experience for both the PC and the console. So the job listing basically said this: do you love MMOs? Are you
no,
excited about virtual reality?
no,
Would you like every Xbox user to experience your design every time they use it?
no.
We are embarking on a bold charter and need your help to take us to the next step. The Xbox mixed reality team is looking for an experienced senior design manager with deep expertise and passion around crafting immersive social systems and experiences. We're looking to build a massively social gaming and entertainment experience for both the PC and console. Here's an opportunity to join the fun and collaborative team that experiments with the latest toys, works with state of the art tech, and crafts the future of entertainment.
Until they cancel it.
Yeah, until it gets fabled.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's interesting that that they're doing something along these lines. I mean, not that it's a huge surprise, with all of those VR headsets that are coming down the road with the $300 ones, and them saying that VR is going to be on Scorpio and eventually the regular Xbox ones. So, I mean, this further proves that Microsoft is going to be doing something.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to take Fable, make it an MMO. Like what was that one that got canceled? Fable Legends?
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Yeah, that was a weird, almost like a, what is it? It looked to me like it was. I can't even think of what is that stupid game on. Completely can't even think of it, but more of like a. I'm completely drawing a blank. I know what I want to say. You know the games. There's those games that like you kind of go down these paths, and you're competing against other people online, and it's just like the same thing over and over. And um, What's that game that everybody's playing right now? It's by Blizzard. Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it's not Overwatch I'm thinking of there, but it's I can't think of what style of gaming that is, but that I'm trying to think of. But I think it was Fable was kind of more like that, that Fable Legends game. So I would expect that if they're going to do a true like Fable 4, that maybe that's something that they would do. Maybe do something like that with it, but I don't know if they'll ever do that.
Mm-hmm. You know,
It's driving me nuts. I can't think of what style of gaming I'm trying to think of.
is it an MMO?
Yeah, but it's
You're thinking of like what, like League of Legends and
I've got I
like
can't think of the name. Smite. That's the game I'm thinking of. I so and I can't think of what that type of gaming style is referred to. Let me look that up. But I think that's kind of what that Fable Legends was kind of was like. Let's see what it says it is. The MOBA. Okay, MOBA, the multiplayer online battle arena. So I'm kind of wondering. Kind of think, if that's what the Fable Legends was more going to be like. I don't know if that would fit with kind of what they're saying in the story. To me, this seems more of like maybe like a Elder Scrolls or World of Warcraft, something like that
hmm
in a mixed reality style. Which could be, I think that could be cool just from the whole looking around and, doing seeing the world and stuff like that. That would be kind of neat. But again, I still think VR is such a gimmick. Um, I don't know. I was actually at Best Buy a couple weeks ago and they had, which the Samsung Gear VR, the one that has like you stick your phone into
yeah,
the headset.
yeah, I've got
Isn't that
that
the is that okay?
Gear
So
VR. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me walk up and I looked at it and I did. They had some demos there, and I was doing this one like journey around the world. So it was like going around and you're looking around, and I'm like, whatever, My daughter was with me, so I'm like, here, try this on, and she's like, it was funny because she put it on and she's like, whoa, she did because I didn't say anything to her. I said, hey, just look at this, and then she thought it was cool, She's
Yeah,
like,
it is.
whoa, this is awesome, and I'm like, yeah, it might be neat, like for one game, but I just,
No, I mean, because I've got one and it's a cool experience. It's something to do in like limited um limited experiences, I guess,
uh-huh.
in short term stuff, but I can't picture somebody like spending an afternoon messing with it. I mean, first of all, your phone won't last that long and the phones get really hot. And it's something just for a little while. And, maybe these new ones that are coming out are going to be a lot better.
I mean, if Scorpio ends up having VR, the AR, or mixed reality, I mean, I would probably go into one of the stores and check it out, but I just don't. I can't see myself buying one. I just can't unless it was completely wireless and really had some just amazing thing that I just had to play. So,
hmm
but I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so
Okay. Hey, did you put in this Square Enix thing, or was that
yeah,
me?
no, that
You
was
want you
me.
want to talk about that, and then I'll do the recap.
Okay, so I thought this was well, let me mute this tab, mute tab, quick. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, close one.
Yeah, now once you mute it, it shows a speaker up there that's muted. So, haha. So Square Enix is parting with Hitman Studio IO Interactive. They made the decision to withdraw from that
Wait, did
company.
you say partnering or parting?
They parted with.
Okay.
They're leaving, disbanding. Um, so Square Enix has declared its decision to withdraw from Danish developer IO Interactive. The company made the announcement alongside its financial results for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2017. To maximize player satisfaction as well as market potential going forward, we are focusing our resources and energies on key franchises and studios, Square Enix said in its statement. As a result, the company has regrettably decided to withdraw from the business of IO Interactive, a wholly owned subsidiary and a Danish corporation. Um, these guys are the developer of Hitman and Kane and Lynch. They found itself in the Square Enix stable in 2009 when the Japanese publisher acquired IO's parent company, IDOS Interactive. So, what the news means for the future of the studio itself and the Hitman series is unclear. Last year's Hitman Season 1 left the current studio in limbo, and as of August of last year, IO Interactive was planning for 3 seasons of the episodic game. They have been focused entirely on Hitman since 2013, when the studio laid off half its staff and canceled all non Hitman projects and initiatives. So, this is interesting. I thought this was an interesting story. I know a lot of people liked Hitman, not me, but and I've heard that it's been supposedly pretty successful. So I don't know what's going to happen now that Square Enix is basically split now. So the whole Hitman season 2 could be in jeopardy. I don't know if they'll get someone new to come in and uh, help out, or I don't know what they're going to do. So just thought I'd share that. And as I hear anything new on this or what it means for IO Interactive, we'll definitely let you guys know.
Okay. And then I guess wrapping things up, a couple quick hits here for some of the stories that happened over the past week or so. We did have Microsoft Build this past week. Granted, it is more, I think, Windows centric, like kind of like programming Windows kind of stuff. It's not quite like an E3 where it has a whole lot of gaming stuff, but Phil Spencer was out there. He did give some kind of presentation, and it was funny. I was listening to some show, maybe it was Windows Weekly, maybe that was the one, where they were saying that they made Phil come out and he had to wear a collared shirt,
No T-shirt, huh?
no T-shirt. So
Poor
yeah, he
Phil.
did give some kind of presentation. I just thought that was funny because he always wears those T-shirts and like a sport jacket.
Yep.
But a couple of things that came out this past week. There was a screenshot apparently that came out of Build where it talks about Xbox's new Fluent Design UI. So I know for Android phones, they have Material Design, and I guess there's something else called Fluent Design. And basically, they're taking what we have now, where we have that, I don't know what you would call it, that little line, that vertical line of icons. You know what I'm talking about, Mark?
On the
I
left
think,
side.
yeah, how it's
Okay.
got that vertical, line
Mm-hmm.
of, like what? It's got like the chat, it's got the Xbox button settings and
Yeah, the
what
party and
achievements and
achievements. Yeah.
friends and all, yeah, all in a row. And on the left side, there's going to be a bunch of tiles in there. And then on the right side, it's unclear as if this is going to be like the actual game that you're playing, or it could be like snapped in there. But they're not done with that UI yet. They've
Hmm.
been making some steady changes to it, and when they say the new UI has quite a bit more color to it, generally is brighter and is more interesting to look at. So no word yet on when that's going to come out.
Scorpio.
And, yeah.
Need to get a
Then,
Scorpio only dashboard to
yeah, it needs the power of Scorpio.
show those colors.
Speaking of Scorpio, There's a company called Lucid Sound that revealed their new LS35X headset. It's the first headset to officially announce support for Project Scorpio.
Hmm.
So that's interesting. Why does a headset need to support Scorpio?
It's probably just a marketing or a PR thing.
Yeah.
People will be like, "Oh, I need this."
So they're saying they're offering early adopters a solid option if they're looking to beef up their gaming setup. And so it's the first confirmed Scorpio headset, and it's the first truly wireless Xbox One headset. No wired connections necessary. Huh? Interesting. Does it use Bluetooth?
Could probably. I have a wireless headset, but it does require. It's got a little box that plugs into the Xbox.
Yeah, so it says it's the first headset to connect wirelessly to an Xbox One console. It can function completely wirelessly without a base station or additional wires.
There you
It
go.
connects directly to the console's hardware using the same method as Xbox One controllers. About time.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably Bluetooth.
Yeah. So no release date yet on this thing. We'll probably see it sometime later this year on the holiday time. But that's interesting. It's nice because I've got or I had the Turtle Beach. I forget what model it was. So it was a Turtle Beach that I had before
Uh-huh.
on the Xbox 360, and I've got my actually, well, that was the only wireless one that I had. The rest are all corded, but I hated that setup. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have that base, and then you got the uh, cables that get power because it charges, and you got to have your connection. Like that thing had its
Yeah.
connection into the optical input, and it's such a hassle.
Yep. I got a Turtle Beach. I think they're the X500 Stealths or something like that. So it's wireless, but I hardly ever use it. I used to use it a lot. Now it's like I never use it for some reason because again, I gotta put it over and plug it in to charge it. I never think to do that,
Yeah.
so it's like permanently dead sitting on my table. I should charge it
Hmm.
up. They are great when I
Oh, I bet.
when I
Yeah.
use them. I love it, but
And one thing that I've been getting into lately is I just use the same earbuds that I use for my cell phone.
oh yeah,
That I listen to all my podcasts and my music and stuff like at work. And I've just gotten so used to having them in all the time that I just plug them into the bottom of the controller.
I should
And
try these. I just bought. I don't know if I can hold these up. Let's see. I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, looking at the wrong camera. Um, these are Bose. They're they're like Bose wireless earbuds.
okay.
I just bought these recently. These are Bluetooth. Um, these things are awesome. I should see if they hook up. I should see if they'll hook up to the Xbox. They probably won't though, because I have another set of Bose noise canceling headphones that I use for travel, and I tried to hook them up to the PlayStation, and they wouldn't. PlayStation's like, nope, can't hook up audio Bluetooth items at this time.
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, so I don't know if the Xbox allows you to do that or not. I could try them both. Check it out
Hmm.
because these are pretty comfortable, and then you can got a mute, and it's got an inline volume right built in here on the cable. So and they're nice. They're like earbuds, but they stick in further, and they got a thing on there that they actually don't fall out. And they're a lot more comfortable than like a cell phone earbud. So, but
Yeah, I just put the press release for the Lucid Sound things in the chat there.
cool.
Okay. And then let's see, what do we have next here? Kingdom Hearts 3. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Looks like it might be launching in 2018.
Okay.
And it says while a 2018 release isn't guaranteed, looks like it possibly may happen. So if you've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts, you got to wait a little bit more. Although this year's almost halfway over anyway. If you're a T-Mobile customer, you're going to be getting a free month of Game Pass. Just a reminder, if you're not familiar with Game Pass is, that's the service that Microsoft is coming out with. $10 a month?
Yeah.
They're going to have a library of about 100 games that you can essentially rent, sort of. No, that's not a good way to put it. It's like Netflix. You pay your $10 a month, and then you have 100 titles available to you to play. So basically, it's a subscription cost or whatever. It says if you're a T-Mobile customer, you'll be able to bypass the first month subscription cost. And looks like we might have more information on this at E3 next month because Game Pass is supposed to be out pretty soon, from what I remember. Because it's been in testing for the preview program for some time with a not so stellar, I guess, list of titles, which is to be expected, I guess, because they're testing the service, not testing if you like the games or not. But yeah, so if you're a T-Mobile customer, you get yourself a $10 deal there. And looks like Microsoft Windows 10, I'm sorry, Minecraft Windows 10 edition is going to be a launch title for Scorpio. That's interesting.
What would you say, Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft. I said Microsoft first because Minecraft and Microsoft look pretty close when you're tired and it's
Minecraft
late.
Microsoft releasing for Scorpio. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're almost the same amount of letters, or maybe they are. ICR. I don't know. It's too much effort into this. So
And nobody
surprisingly,
cares.
yeah, I mean, surprisingly, the Windows 10 version is going to be a launch title because we already have Minecraft on Xbox One.
And 360.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some differences between the versions because I've got them both, but I haven't been playing them since my son lost interest in Minecraft.
My kids still play, but they play on the 360. And
Yeah,
I've asked them, I'm like, well, why don't you play it on the one? And they're like, well, I don't want to lose everything. And I'm not sure how it all works. I guess I thought it was all um, tied in somehow, but that's right because my kids play locally,
yeah,
so they don't have anything saved in the cloud.
right.
So they haven't played the Xbox One version because they don't want to lose all their progress,
Oh
all the
yeah.
stuff they've built. So and they're not playing on my Scorpio, so they won't need the new version.
No,
Nope.
come on. Sharing with your family is caring.
I'm sharing an Xbox One already. So
They should be happy,
yeah,
happy with what they've got.
they have it and they play the 360. So what can I say?
And then let's see from a little bit of news from last week. Let me see if there's anything worth mentioning. Custom gamer picks rolled out to everybody. So if you haven't done your custom gamer pick and you want to, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow of Tomb Raider probably won't be at E3. It says a Square Enix spokesperson said on Facebook that this will be a quiet E3 for Lara.
No Tomb
It's too
Raider.
bad. Yeah.
Hmm.
Gears of War 4 got some new content. Arabic is coming to Xbox One. And
Is that a game, or do you mean like
the language.
language? So games can be made in Arabic,
Yeah.
localized in Arabic. Okay.
Yeah. So somebody asked on Facebook whether or not Arabic would be supported on Xbox One in the future. Mike Ibarra responded, "We're working on it."
Hmm.
So I guess that's for further localizations. And a bunch of new features came out to Beam, which are some kind of interactive features. Something that they're calling Interactive 2.0.
Hmm.
So these last couple of things, it's probably old news to everybody since this news is somewhere between 7 to 14 days old.
Yeah.
But
Let's skip it.
no, but I mean, no, that's why I just went through everything pretty quickly there.
Yeah.
But since we didn't have a show last week, I thought I would just mention them.
Cool.
So that's it. That's it. That's all I got for the news.
Alrighty. Well, let me see what's next. So, if you want to reach out to us, you can send us a voicemail. Get your voice in the show. Ask us a question. Make a comment. Whatever you want. Just be clean, please. We are a family show, and if you beat up on anyone, only beat up on Braun because he's not here. And we know they won't beat up on Rob because you're everybody's favorite.
Yay.
So, it's that sultry voice you have.
Yes.
So, anyways, we did get a voicemail this week, but if you want to send one, go to thisxboxlife.com, click on send voicemail on the right side of the page, and you get, is it 60 seconds, Rob, right? Is it 1 minute, or did you change that?
It's supposed to be 90, but
Okay.
plan for 60.
Yeah, I know the last one was cut off at 60. I don't know about Drano's here,
Yeah.
but I thought his went more than a minute. What does it say? No, his was 54 seconds, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd keep it under a minute just because it seems to cut off at 60 seconds. So let's hear what Drano had to
Yeah.
say.
And if you have something long to
Hey
send
guys,
us,
Whoops, sorry.
I was going to say, if you have something that you want to go on for a little while, you can always record it and send us an MP3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just emails. And you can send that through email at contact@thesexboxlife.com. All right, so let's hear what Drano had to say.
and good evening. It is Drano85. Uh, had a quick question for all three of you, and interested to hear your opinions on the subject. I was wondering what developing studios you all have full faith and full confidence in to the effect of pre-ordering their games or enjoying their games consistently. And on the flip side, what would be a studio that you may shy away from because they either aren't your cup of tea or you've lost confidence in their ability to produce a game or develop a game, I should say? For me, the answer for the games that I love would be CD Projekt Red. Anything from them seems to be fantastic. Also, Irrational Games, Arcane seems to have found a sweet spot for me. And ones that I shy away from are usually anything developed by Capcom, even though they haven't had a huge presence on the Xbox One lately. But anyways, interested to hear your opinion. Have a great evening, guys. Love the show.
All right, Rob, I'll give you first crack.
So, you know, in the board game world, I definitely have my favorite publishers and some of the stuff I just grab, without even like looking at it. I mean, that's how much confidence you have in the publishers. In the video game arena, I don't know if I have that as much. I mean, there are some publishers that definitely have some solid titles, but I don't know if I have like ultimate faith in one publisher to be consistent. But I know from my experience with Bethesda, and I don't know if that's the kind of scope that we're looking at here, because I mean, they make a ton of stuff, but when I see a Bethesda game, I will generally be more inclined to think that it's a better game. And I mean, they make so many games. Um, well, like they made the Wolfenstein series, which I know you're a big fan of, Mark. Um, they made those, and oh, I'm drawing a blank now. There was a whole bunch that just came out recently. Help me here. What else did Bethesda do lately?
Fallout?
Fallout, yes.
I don't know. I don't follow. I'm not a big fan of Bethesda.
Yeah.
So
Well,
didn't they put
because you're
out? Aren't
grumpy,
they
grumpy
Elder
old
Scrolls?
man.
Exactly. Didn't they do Elder Scrolls? Isn't that a Bethesda company too, or title?
I think so. I got to look it up now.
Yeah. For me, the one I stay away from now is Bungie. Actually,
Really? Okay.
yeah, I think Destiny was such a huge disappointment on many different fronts, and I still can't get past the whole we're going to charge you the same price and then not give you the full content of the game 2 years later that we said that you'd get after a year. I just think that's really poor. And if you're going to, I think you should, if you've decided that you're going to take a company's money and give content to their community first, I think there's a limit to how long there should be a limit to how long you're allowed to withhold that content from the other community. It's like I think they're gonna, Brun still doesn't have all the stuff that he was supposed to get, and this game's going on what 2 years now. I mean, Destiny 2 is gonna come out before he's even got all the content that he paid for 2 years ago on the original game. I just think it's garbage. If they just want to be in bed with one company, then just do it. Just become a Sony publisher only. I just don't like when companies dump on, they pick sides or they choose a company or a group of community to support. And, they can sit and say, well, no, this was a financial thing. It doesn't matter. You're still dumping on the community that made you who you are. These are the guys that brought Halo. They are successful because of the Xbox community. And as soon as they split with them, then they basically dump all over the community. You can be upset with Microsoft, but it's the community and the gamers who made you who you are a success. That's who you're hurting. You're not hurting Microsoft, you know? Um, and ultimately, I know at least for Braun and myself, we will not be buying Destiny 2. I will not buy anything from Bungie going forward because of that. As for who can, who would I pre order? I don't think there's any company that I really will happily, easily pre order from. Um, I think the only because I think every company can have their dog. Um, but I will say that I do think, and it's unfortunately it's not Xbox, but Naughty Dog is an absolutely wonderful developer. Um, I think Insomniac is really good, but they've made a couple games on Xbox that I loved. Hopefully, this is the right developer. I think it was Insomniac that made Sunset Overdrive. But I think they also made that other game that came out. I can't remember what it was, but it was a shooter. It was a weird name too. It was just something simple. I can't remember what it was. I can see it, and there was like a lot of orange, something orange about the cover, but it was kind of very blah. It was still from the same developer, so I look. I don't go based on who's making the game, whether because again, I've had games made by the same developer that were great, and then the next one is like garbage. Um, for example, for me, BioWare is a good one. I love the Mass Effect
Oh yeah.
series, but and I pre-ordered Mass Effect, boom, right out. Well, actually, I think Brun did, but I mean, if he didn't, I was getting it no matter what. Now it's like, okay, I'm done with Mass Effect. Period. You know, and yeah, it was a different team, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same company. And that's all we can go based off of. So I don't really go. I'm not all in on a developer. I really want to see what the game looks like, get some ideas. I really hate that we can't get demos anymore I love that the 360 required demos of everything because you could try stuff out and see if it was really what you wanted. And I've had too many on the Xbox One. I've had too many things that I thought were going to be promising that I really didn't like. And I think a lot of it could be my tastes are changing, or I'm just as I'm getting older, maybe I'm just getting tired of gaming. I don't know. Things don't seem to impress me as much anymore. I guess maybe I'm getting a grumpy old man, but
Yes.
I bought a few games that I absolutely hated, and there's nothing, it's like I can't even gift them to somebody else because I went digital. I wish I could. I wish Microsoft would implement the ability for me just to give a game away, not so much sell it, but to give it. I wish we could have that ability because I would give away for free Shadows of Mordor. I'm just I've tried it twice. I can't. It's just I don't like it. It's not for me. I'd happily give it to someone who would enjoy that game. And then there was another one I got recently that I can't remember what it was, but I don't think I ever played it either. It's just so now I'm a lot more picky, and I'm not buying season passes for stuff anymore because it's like, okay, I might pre-order the game, but I want to know what the season pass is because I've been burned on season passes too. Um, I can say that there's certain publishers that I like. I think but again, that doesn't answer the question. They don't make the game, but in this case, Ubisoft does develop a lot of games, and it's not that I'm gonna definitely think everything from Ubisoft is great, but I do think Ubisoft is probably my favorite developer out there at the current. I think they do make some really good games, like the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon and the Division. Especially the Tom Clancy series. I do like those so far. I'm looking forward to a Splinter Cell. But again, just because they put it out there, I'm not gonna pre-order it. It's
Right.
I've got to see it now. Crackdown 3, as you can see in the background, I put that in just because we're in a drought. There's not, I want Crackdown 3. That's getting pre-ordered the moment it's available. I don't even know who's developing it right now. I don't even know. I don't care. I'm just buying it. That's based on the game itself. But and it may turn out to be a pile of garbage. I don't know, but yeah, I don't have a developer. I know I'm rambling on, so let me wrap this up. Just saying, I don't have one that I will pre-order based on the developer, but I do have developers that I will. Bungie's one I will not buy from anymore.
Yeah, I looked up Bethesda. So the other one that I was drawing a blank on was Dishonored.
Oh yeah,
So they made Dishonored, they made Wolfenstein, they actually made Prey as well. That just came out a week or two ago. Fallout. So a couple good games there. Okay, we done with that?
I think so. Yep. Oh, so I guess it's up back to me. So okay,
Mhm.
voicemail. So you can follow us on Twitter, which is thisxboxlive.com/Twitter. And you can also follow us on our Facebook group, thisxboxlive.com/Facebook. It's a closed group, so your boss won't know you're chatting about gaming during the day. All right, Rob, what's coming out this week that we can spend our hard-earned money on?
Okay, we got a couple two treat things. Injustice 2 coming out on Tuesday, May 16th. The Surge also coming out on May 16th. Black and White Bushido, May 17th. Also on 17th, we have Tango Fiesta. This is kind of a weird looking game. Mr. Pumpkin's Adventure on the 17th. A Walk in the Dark on the 19th. This is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, so you can get it on Windows as well. And then Mayan Death Robots Arena on the 19th. Shadow Warrior 2 on the 19th. Skylar and Pluck's Adventure on Clover Island. That's a mouthful right there. Also on the 19th. So we've got about 8, 10 games there that are coming out this week. So that's a pretty good list there.
Yeah, Gunny Chief mentioned the Surge that we should check out the video
Yeah.
because that's not something I've even heard of. Like I said, I've been out of it for a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna check the video out on that later.
Yeah, I saw that. I subscribed to the Xbox YouTube channel, and I saw they had something out there the other day. I always meant to go check it out, see what it was about, because that was another one. It just came out of nowhere for me. I don't recall hearing about it, but it looked interesting, at least from the picture that they had.
Right.
So, Games with Gold is going to be changing up tomorrow, May 15th, or rather, tomorrow's your cutoff. So, Monday, Tuesday is the changeover. For Xbox One, you have one more day to get The Walking Dead Season 2. And this is all 5 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 2 that you get for free. And hey, this is another studio here, right? Telltale. It used to be that if a new Telltale game came out, we used to grab it. Man, that thing went away.
Yeah, no, I don't touch these anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not even on. I know Walking Dead. I think what the season 3 is
Yeah.
coming out, or I'm.
No, it's out already.
Oh, I'm
It's
just done with it. I'm not
yeah.
getting involved in these anymore.
Because I did what? Walking Dead 1 and 2, Wolf
Yep.
Among Us.
Yep. And
And
did you do the
think that was
Borderlands?
it.
I did the Borderlands as well.
You know, I've got Borderlands and I've got the Game of Thrones ones, and I just don't have interest in playing them.
I
mean,
know.
it just
You mean watching them?
yeah.
I think
I
if
think I I
the
think I played through the first episode of the Game of Thrones one. Oh, and I also did I think 1 or 2 episodes of the Minecraft one with my son, but
yeah,
still, it just they just don't have the interest that they did
do they
way back
run any
when.
better on the Xbox One?
Well, that's the thing I was going to say too. They we had him on, which one was it? It was the second Walking Dead one, right? With Clementine. That
Yeah,
one just ran horrible. It was so stuttery and
yeah. The Borderlands one was, I think, the worst for me. I mean, it would
really.
actually like almost lock up
Oh
for
wow.
lengths of time. It's just like it was just terrible. So
Yeah.
it was the worst performing one I'd ever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just done with them. So
Yep.
maybe
So
Scorpio will be the answer, but I don't care. The games
yeah.
themselves are boring.
Yeah. You
So
need a 4K console to play the
yeah, there you go.
cartoony graphics. So anyway, Walking Dead season 2, you have a couple more hours, I guess, to get that, and then you still have Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams through the rest of May, and brand new for the second half of May, coming in on the 16th, we have Lara Croft, The Temple of Osiris. These are pretty good games. What, Guardians of Light or something like that was the other one, Temple of Osiris.
Yep.
Pretty good titles. Backwards compatibility titles. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 is exiting tomorrow, May 15th, and coming in is Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga on the 16th. And the Lego games are usually pretty good, so that one is definitely worth the price of free. Because there are some games that are actually not worth free, but this one is. Then if you're going to be making any purchase on Amazon, please use our affiliate link. That helps us out, helps us pay the bills for the podcast, and also we use it to do giveaways and other fun stuff. You can find our affiliate link at thisxboxlife.com. Click on the big Amazon logo and do that each and every time you go shopping at Amazon. And it does not cost you anything extra to do that. We get a teeny tiny little finder's fee for sending you their way. So make sure to do that each and every time, especially if you're going to be pre-ordering a Scorpio. Right, Mark?
You.
Yeah. And then if you're an iTunes user, find our podcast in the iTunes store. Give us a 5-star rating. That would really help us out a lot as well. the more 5-star reviews we get, the higher up we get pushed in the rankings so that more and more folks can learn about the show and help grow the community. And so I don't have anything else to add for this show. How about you, Mark?
I'm out. I'm done.
All right. So that's a wrap.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this week. We'll be back. Hopefully, Braun will be able to join us next week after he gets all moved into his new digs. So we will catch you on live. I am Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.
And I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.